Assalamu alaikum, everyone. We have a very special guest. Her name is Joumana Eljamal. She is a proud mom and she is the founder of Sydney Community Connect and Dust Tipping. Please all welcome the beautiful Joumana. How are you?
Thank you. You're welcome. I would like to welcome you in my humble kitchen where simple ingredient meet warm hearts. Ahla wa sahla.
Ahlan fiki. Thank you so much for giving us the space and, cooking. And now Joumana is going to be making something very delicious and we're going to be chatting, so stay tuned.
The MATW team is on the ground every single day in Gaza delivering your donations. Every single dollar counts. Every single meal is saving lives right now in this time of crisis. Give now and give generously.
Okay, so now the beautiful Joumana is going to take us through the recipe and what we need to make this easy pineapple cake. So tell us what we need.
Before we start, for every housewife, when you cook, please kindly use a candle so the smell doesn't spread all around the house, especially in the cupboard and the bedrooms. So we're going to lighten it in a minute. What I'm cooking today is very simple ingredient. First of all, this ingredient means a lot to me because I used to cook it for my kids when they were little. And when I used to work for the cookware company, we used to do a cooking demonstration cake on top of the stove, which is something easy and simple. And every mother can add whatever their kids prefer in terms of nuts or fruits or date or whatever it's preferable. And whatever you have in your kitchen, it's easy make. It takes 40 minutes on top of the stove, the whole preparation around 1 hour and 1 hour and a half. You will see it with me in the upcoming 1 hour working together. Inshallah, we will get it right. And also for the ingredient, you can use, as I mentioned, any type of fruit, brown sugar or white sugar, 2 eggs, and you can use the juice instead of milk of the fruit, so it can give it a stronger flavor. And also why I choose this ingredient and this recipe today, I didn't want to cook something very fancy because we have the feeling of the people struggling around the world, especially in Palestine. I wish we can make this cooking in Palestine and feed all the children. But unfortunately, we're doing our best to support as much as we can. And I'm thankful to MATW for the running of the project they always do in Australia and around the world, specifically now in Palestine. So welcome once again, Lara.
Habibti, thank you so much.
I hope you will enjoy my cooking today. I haven't cooked for quite some times as my children all grown up.
Mashallah.
So I cook sometimes for the grandkids. And
that's cute.
I hope the recipe will succeed.
Inshallah.
Very simple. At the start, we need the sugar. So we use to caramelize the sugar. We need, but you can put as much as you want.
Yeah. So
if you
around
like it,
maybe like 1 cup.
1 cup of sugar.
1 cup of sugar. Okay, so I'm going to turn it on. So we can caramelize it. Okay, so after
then later on we can add 1 or 2 spoons of butter to make it spreading. And then the mixture of the cake, as I mentioned earlier, you can use any cake your kids likes. Chocolate cake, vanilla cake, banana cake, whatever you have. So today I choose to use the vanilla cake.
Okay, nice
because
and simple.
Goes well with pineapple.
Okay, nice. So I'm going to open that.
And for this recipe, always read the instruction at the back of the
cake mix.
But you can swap the milk with the fruit juice.
Okay, so we need 2 eggs for this one. So what made you start dust tipping?
I actually started dust tipping because I was in fashion industry for quite some time. We came to Australia as a refugees, as I told you before. In 1989, I was really young with 2 young children. We fled the war in Lebanon and we came to what I believe the best country in the world. We came to Australia. We migrated here to have a decent life for our children and to have our dreams come true. Okay. We came, as I mentioned, 1989 with 0 English language. We didn't have the chance back then to go to school because we were refugees, and the government back then, we didn't offer the support that they offer at the moment. So my message to all the refugees who came to Australia lately, to be very grateful. You are very, very lucky, because the amount of services and support you are receiving is amazing. No one else received it in the past 20, 30 years ago.
And I believe that's what made you open Sydney Community Connect. And I know that you're helping a lot of refugees that are coming from Palestine and Lebanon, right?
Lebanon, Syria, Afghanistan, anywhere in the world, we support local. And our always services only cover people in Australia, not outside Australia. And when we help people outside Australia, that's in collaboration with organization registered to support overseas.
Oh, okay.
So that's where we come. My support to other organizations through Sydney Community Connect when we do fundraising events.
Okay,
that's
beautiful.
Totally to support them, to help the people overseas.
MashaAllah. So you collaborate with other organizations?
Yes, that's what we do. I believe strongly with collaboration and partnership.
Of course.
Because I believe no one can lead and success on his own.
Definitely.
So always you have to work as a team.
Yes, I believe that so much as well. we would have been where we are unless we have the community beside us. We have beautiful people around us. So alhamdulillah. Okay, so now what do we need? We need
we have to wait a bit until the sugar melt.
Okay.
So we can take the pineapple aside. So we can be able to use the juice. Mm-hmm. We will be using this
we need a measuring cup, yeah? To measure the...
Not really. I'm an experienced mother.
Oh, la, la. Yes. Like all grandmothers, they didn't use measuring cups at all.
I leave it to those young ones who start learning how to be in the kitchen.
Okay.
So anyway, it's not much quantity. So that's the pineapple. Here we have the juice. So I add it to the eggs where we can mix them together. And then add...
we need 3 tablespoons
of
butter.
The cake ingredients.
So 3 tablespoons of butter. I'll just get a spoon so we can add the butter, yeah?
Yeah. Mix them first without turning on the mixer because I don't want the juice to go everywhere.
So can you tell the audience what you sell at Dusty Pink?
As you know, Dusty Pink, it's a clothing, modest clothing business. So we started in 2009, the first shop in Greenacre. But before that, we had shops in Fairfield. Oh. It was mix of clothing and accessories. So I'm in fashion for, I think it's enough like that.
3, it says 3 tablespoons.
Yeah.
No?
That's all right. That's all right.
I'm trying to help you. We can take a little bit out if you want.
No, it's okay. We have to mix it. No, that's all right.
Okay.
It will succeed because cake on top of the stove, it's not really something hard to do. But later we need butter to be added to the sugar.
Okay. So now we're going to be adding the cake mix. Everyone. So you didn't add milk, you added the syrup of the pineapple instead.
That's right, yeah. Mix it manually first.
And then
before turning, and then later you can turn the mixer. It's easy, it's economical, and it's delicious.
I can't wait to taste. I love cake.
So as I mentioned earlier, you can add any flavor, nuts, chocolate, fruit, whatever your kids might like. Just
are we going to add anything?
Not really this time, but I just want to give them an idea.
Okay.
How simple making this cake.
So did you face any challenges when you opened Dusty Pink or when you did the Sydney Community Connect?
Like any business, when you started, you have a fear. You may succeed, you may not. Especially in fashion industry, especially back then, it wasn't that many modest clothing available. So people were targeting big stores in winter to buy for summer as a long sleeve. Okay. And they used to struggle a lot to get something suitable for summer in terms of modest clothing.
Yes.
So back then, it was my vision to have a fashion store where all women, scarfed women, or even some people they're not scarfed but looking for modest clothing, to
now,
find what they want.
Oh, mashallah, that's amazing. How about opening Sydney Community Connect? What challenges did you face?
Look, Sydney Community Connect, it was kind of me paying back to the community.
Mashallah, that's
Because I
amazing.
struggled a lot when we started our life in Australia, 1989 back then, and there wasn't any support, as I mentioned earlier. So recently I found every person should pay back, should leave a legacy. This is out of, my nature, every human nature, to leave legacy and to think of others. From there, I thought it was a duty on me to pay back to our community and looking into the struggles that our children facing before having a lot of people migrated to Australia and in terms of refugees. So I started with giving lectures, educational lessons about drugs, alcohol, and other problems our youth facing in the community. So that's when we started 8 years ago. We established Sydney Community Connect Incorporated. And simple, it was, I ran the charity from home at the start. The first awareness session, it was hosted in my house.
Wow, mashallah. House is opened for everyone.
Honestly, I had a full house.
Mashallah.
I was aiming to have 20 to 30 people. There was over 60 people attending, all the young families with young children, and what the children face when they goes to high school. Because I experienced a lot with my children, so I found it's kind of spread awareness to other families, so not to face the same problems I might face or other people.
That's actually correct. So we learn from our mistakes and try to fix others.
Exactly. It's nothing wrong. We speak about what we face and the challenges with our children, because when we came to Australia, like to me, it was new culture, a new experience, new language. The language barrier was massive, because back then I didn't know how to say hot water, because most of the people who migrated to Australia come from country where they don't speak English. Like with me, I only spoke Arabic and French, but English was very difficult for me.
So did you actually go and learn English?
No, I didn't actually. I learned from home.
Oh, okay.
From home with my children. From experience, because I got involved straight away with work field. So it was part of me. I was like 21 back then. I needed to learn the language so I can communicate with the other world. To me, it was something very different. You have to learn what's Australia like, because you live in a country where your neighbors can be from 10 different countries. So you have to cope, you have to understand them. And at the same time, you have to show them what's your background and represent yourself and your country the best way. So that was it. Then in Sydney Community Connect start to grow massively within the 7 years because of the reputation, because our work from the heart, it was showing.
Mashallah.
So alhamdulillah, we did quite good work, and we have a great team and a lot of volunteers participated.
So what services do you offer with Sydney Community Connect?
Look, we run food relief programs.
Oh, mashallah.
And we run awareness sessions.
So the food relief programs is for the people who are in need?
People in need in Australia.
Okay, so if you know anyone that is in need, they can contact you?
Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, we have a great support from big organizations like Food Bank, Second Bite, Oz Harvest in the past. Plus, beside, we have a lot of businesses who support Sydney Community Connect and contact us regularly when they have pallets of food to donate.
So now, are we going to be adding...
So we have the sugar nearly melted. What we do, we add the butter,
guys,
so it doesn't go rough.
It smells so good. Can't wait to taste it.
Yeah, you see?
So who supports Sydney Community Connect?
As you know, it's self-funded organization. We don't rely much on fundraising. We do fundraising for the other organization, but not for Sydney Community. So far, we haven't done any. We have Tailored Security and Protection, one of the main sponsors.
Okay.
In the past, we had support from
Be careful, it's hot.
lots of organizations, and especially Ramadan Food Relief Program. We were supported by
هلا هاي إلها مساكة.
IBW.
استنى خليني أجيب مساكة.
بس ما بعرف ليش حجروا. As you can see, the sugar melted, and we add 1 spoon of butter. So when you tip it over, it doesn't stick. So half of the job done. Now we have to do, what we have to do is we have to add the slice of pineapple.
So I want to ask you, so anyone can volunteer with the Sydney Community Connect?
We open our door always for sponsors, for support, for volunteers.
Do you have any events coming up or anything that you're working on?
Yeah, we're working on 2 projects. One in partnership with Bengistan Community Correction.
Okay.
Let's talk addiction and awareness session. It's going to be run at the new center at Bengistan, Sydney Community Connect, in partnership with Twinnie's Brand. And also with Lighthouse, we're running also a program. And in November, we're doing a surprise event. We're not going to mention any details.
Nice.
But also we have planned for an event in March for the International Women's Day. So there's a lot of events happening and a lot of programs. Also, we're planning on focusing on doing for the end of 2025, beginning of 2026.
Inshallah, that's amazing work. I love your work. I love your fashion shows. And remember, we did our first fashion show.
The first was in Brian Brown Theatre. Was
Yes.
2020 or 2019?
2019.
2019.
That's when I first started. I met the beautiful Joumana and we did a fashion show. It was really nice.
Wallah, it was a good partnership, I think. We
Alhamdulillah.
done an amazing fashion show, and I consider that it was the first step to lead to a lot of fashion show came up afterward, a lot of
She did
success.
a lot of amazing
Yeah,
work.
but stopped us during the pandemic. But we done really good work during the pandemic with the community at Sydney Community Connect as well. Okay, now Lara, she prefers to add some nuts to our cake. Let's add nuts and see what's the results going to be. I know it's going to be delicious. So it's easy, just to spread the nuts on top of the pineapple. And you can even add the cherries, dry cherries, or any type of fruits. As I mentioned earlier, your kids might like.
So do you have any words you want to say to any new woman that has arrived to Australia and she's scared to, work, start a business, or she thinks that, English is a barrier? What do you recommend, or what do you say to these ladies
Look.
that have just recently arrived?
I consider Australia, as I mentioned, one of the best countries in the world. Everyone wished and dreamed to live in Australia. Don't be afraid of language barrier. Don't be afraid that you don't speak English. If you have a dream and you want your dream to come true, don't be embarrassed ever. And don't allow anyone to stop you of continue and achieve your dreams. Sometimes we say English, some words in English become funny for others because we don't speak the language very well, like the people who were born here, or for the ones who has got English background. So don't be embarrassed, don't be ashamed, don't be afraid to say whatever you think. It may teach you to say it better or to learn from your own mistakes. It's cute and it's funny sometimes we pronounce some words wrongly.
It's okay. We always learn.
Yeah, we always learn, as Lara said. Now we have the cake ready.
Now we're going to wait for it. How long?
Maybe 40 minutes.
Okay, so
On low heat, very important. Put it on low heat. That's it. Then cook your sleeves with it. Okay, so it's ready.
So now we're going to wait for it until it cooks and then we'll come back. So while the cake is cooking, I'm going to ask you a couple of questions. So what advice would you give women that just recently came from overseas and they want to start to work or start a project or a business or even go to study?
Look, start small. Don't be afraid to ask for guidance or help.
That's right.
Focus on your passion and find a way. It's easy to achieve your dream.
Oh, that's so nice. So, as you were, like you said, you didn't study, you started working. So, did you find any challenges when you were working, especially that, the English was your barrier?
Look, at the start, I didn't know how to go to work. I didn't drive back then. I couldn't drive financially. I wasn't comfortable because as a refugees, we don't get the support that the normal Australian citizens receive from the government, and we didn't have Medicare back then, no Centrelink, no work permit. So we were kind of looking for any opportunity to try to survive by support volunteer work to people who's got a business back then. That's very minor, so it was very small until it was possible for us to work and we got the permit. Then I was just slightly speaking English, so that's when I started the cookware company, and alhamdulillah, mashallah, within 2 years time I became a manager. I had 33 girls working with me.
Wow,
I was leading a big team, and we succeed even in that cookware company. I started, my vision of growing, become a successful businesswoman, entrepreneur, and alhamdulillah, all the way. It was a step-by-step growing.
Of course.
So my advice, don't make anything stop you of achieving your dreams. We faces so many challenges, but now the life is much, much easier. But still, we're facing financial difficulties for a lot of people who come to Australia because it's expensive to live in Australia.
And if you fail in a way, it's always good to learn from your failure.
100%.
So I know a lot of people that if they don't succeed in one thing, they just give up and they just sit down and they don't want to do anything. But I believe, no, if you, for example,
if you believe in yourself, look, if you believe in yourself and you have a vision along the way, you have to have the guts, you have to encouragement within yourself.
That's actually right.
But also the family plays a big role in the life of women specifically, because we are wives, daughters, mothers, grandmothers. We have a big responsibility on our shoulders. And if we're not strong and if we're not stood and leave legacy and show our family that we can make it,
we are capable of doing what we want to do,
what legacy we can pass on.
That's actually right. So guys, make sure if you want to do something to actually do it, and don't sit and wait for an opportunity. You have to actually go for it.
Don't embarrass to ask or ask for guidance or ask for support, ask for help. You might not succeed the first, second or third time, but along the way you will. You will find always generous people who's there to help and to provide support in return and help all the way.
That is amazing.
We have amazing community, by the way.
We do.
Very generous and group of leaders and entrepreneur who succeeded. And like these days, the social media says it all.
Yeah, that's actually right.
So it was one button, click with one button, you can find all the information you need and all the direction. A lot of organizations provide a lot of support around us. So don't be afraid of asking.
Yeah, even if you start volunteering in whatever you like, then you gain experience. Because I feel like in Australia, the most thing they look for or ask for is experience, and not really what certificate you have, for example.
Definitely.
So if you like something, I believe that you should start, gaining experience, going out, trying new things, and inshallah,
and meeting people from different background. Always you learn from them.
That's actually right.
That's very important also, because Australia built on multiculturalism.
Yeah.
So it's very important to learn from others, a different sort of life, different ways of life. You grow this way.
That's actually
much better.
Okay, so now we're going to go see the cake and we'll come back to you guys. Okay, so after 30 minutes on this being on the stove, we're going to flip it. Oh, yeah.
Very
That looks
important.
so good.
Look at the pot.
Guys, this is a non-stick pan. So that's why it's really non-stick. Wait. So guys, this is a non-stick pot. So that's why nothing got stuck. And look how perfect this is.
And it's very important to remember we cook the cake on top of the stove. So you have to find the proper cookware to serve the purpose of cooking on top of the stove.
That's actually right. As a successful businesswoman, mashallah, you've been honored with so many, and you've been actually given so many certificates like Woman of the Year and many prestigious awards. Which one means the most to you?
As you know, beyond all the titles and recognition, that truly matters is my role as a mother and grandmother. So that's where my real legacy lives. Through the values I passed on, like on resilience, compassion, and generosity. And honestly, family health, the quietest yet the strongest part of any leader's legacy.
So now we are going to be tasting the cake.
You have to leave it to settle for a few minutes, and then
I'm gonna cut
you
it.
can cut it.
The smell is absolutely amazing.
To try it.
Bismillah.
Yalla, bismillah.
Bismillah. Oh, yum. Wallahi yum. عن جد
It's
زاكي.
nice.
I love it.
It's nice and soft. It's not
So-
like rich.
It's sweet. I love the nuts.
And the sweetness is all right. It's not
No.
very strong, right?
It's perfect. I'm gonna finish my plate.
You can add ice cream, fresh fruit, cream, white
Yeah.
cream.
So thank you so much, Joumana, for coming today on the show and sharing this amazing recipe and your journey with your success. So thank you so much, and inshallah, all the success. And guys, make sure you follow both her pages, Dusty Pink and Sydney Community Connect, so you can stay, connected with all her amazing work, inshallah. Thank you, Elbi.
Thank you. It was my pleasure. Having you. Looking forward for more programs.
Thank you.
That you run successfully as usual.
Habibti,
And thank you to media coverage. Amazing team. We always work together.
They're
And
amazing.
very well to recommend them.
Inshallah. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And obviously, thank you to MATW for hosting this amazing program.
Thank you so much.
All the best.
Thank you. Assalamu alaikum, everyone.